Whenever you hear this sound, it should remind you of just one thing and nothing other than the UEFA Champions League. Guys, we are here right now to look at the quarter-final draw of the UEFA Champions League that has just been released. Let's go straight into the discussion of the day, and today let's just look at the draw that has been released by UEFA, where we have Real Madrid taking on Manchester City. Arsenal will be playing Bayern Munich, while we have Paris Saint-Germain taking on Barcelona. First, let's look at the match involving Arsenal and Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
who take this one, please?
Arsenal against Bayern is going to be a difficult one this time around. It's not going to be like business as usual. You know, for Arsenal fans, I know before now, Arsenal fans would have been under the knife, or some would have been with the oxygen, before now, because of the history and the record of both sides. But looking at Arsenal and Bayern currently, Bayern are struggling under Thomas Tuchel. It's not that vintage Bayern Munich that we know, that explosive and expansive Bayern Munich that we know, that would score goals, that had the likes of Arjen Robben, Frank Ribery, the time pass, Sebastian Schweinsteiger, Philipp Lahm, and the rest. Now Bayern are struggling, and in their league, German Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen are running away. They are the champions elect of Germany. So Bayern, which I feel would actually work in their favor, now that they are not focused on the German Bundesliga. They are seeing the German Bundesliga that is so far away from them. It's looking like it's slipping through their palm. So right now, they will focus all their Arsenal on the Champions League. They focus all their attention on the Champions League, because that will be the only chance of a silverware this season. Remember Harry Kane, his trophyless record continuing. So let's see what happens. Bayern Munich, Arsenal on their own, they are on a good trajectory. Under Mikel Arteta last season, they were explosive, but they couldn't win the league. They bottled the league. This time around, they have a chance of winning. They have a chance of competing with the big boys in the UEFA Champions League. So Arsenal have a point to prove this time around. So if they play well, if Arsenal step up on that day, play well, take your chances. At this stage, there's no room for complacency. Just go there, take your chances, and you get to the next level.
Okay, so for you, you are looking at Arsenal winning this one.
Arsenal may win.
Not may, just give us predict your winner in this one.
Okay, I go with Bayern Munich.
Okay,
Bayern. Experience and players they have individually. I feel someone like Harry Kane would be the difference, because Arsenal would be on the ascendancy on that day. While Bayern would take their chances.
Well, I understand. I understand that you fancy Bayern to win Arsenal, but of course, you cannot underrate what Arsenal has been doing this season, and then they have all it takes as well to go all out to win. But before that, let's just talk about the match involving another former quarter-finalist. We had Real Madrid paired against Man City last season, and then we also have them meeting again this season. What do you make of this?
Well, Madrid this season, they've been here and there, hot and cold. One thing that we play against Madrid this season in the Champions League is that they don't have a striker, an out-and-out striker. And when you look at the history of Real Madrid in the Champions League, they have that striker, that focal point that scores goals for them, that takes the goal-scoring responsibilities on his shoulders.
Karim Benzema,
Cristiano Ronaldo. Though some would say Ronaldo is not an out-and-out striker. He was playing as an inverted striker for Madrid. He was playing as that primary type striker. Though he starts as a winger, but he plays as a decoy striker. So right now, against Manchester City this season, they don't have that out-and-out striker. They don't have a Karim Benzema. He's going to play against them. They would depend on Jude Bellingham. And Jude Bellingham on that day, he's a midfielder, he's an attacking midfielder, and it will be difficult for him to. Man City, their strength lies in the midfield. Yeah. So it will be difficult for Madrid could actually scale through other teams, because the teams they would overload the midfield against other teams, and they will still have Jude Bellingham find a way to arrive at the box late to score. But against Man City, you will have a lot to do to contend with in the middle of the park. So you won't have that chance to go forward to score goals. So
which of the team progresses to the semi-final?
And City on their own, they are not looking like that vintage Manchester City like that season. A couple of things are missing. If Pep can sort out one or two bottlenecks, especially in the midfield and the wingers, and if Man City becomes the fluid Man City we saw last season at the Etihad Stadium against Madrid, they'll be too hot to handle for Madrid.
All
So
right.
I will give Man City an edge. Man City an edge.
So Man City, according to our well text on this one. And lastly, let's look at a match involving a former champion in the team of Barcelona and then a finalist in the team of Paris Saint-Germain. Paris has been there in the final. Joe, you can remember when Messi and Neymar were together. They got to the final against Bayern and then they lost out in that final. Whereas Barcelona has won about 4 or 3 different Champions League titles. So let's look at these two teams. Who do you think progresses to the next round?
Yeah, this one is okay. I don't know, evenly poised and 50-50. I'm finding it difficult to select a team, like to give a team an edge. Barcelona, I don't know what to expect from them. PSG with a very good Champions League night. They fought and they flattered to deceive. I don't know. Well, let me say, based on experience.
Now, how about uncovering from you also look at the players available to play? For Barcelona, De Jong has always been the mainstay of the midfield. I heard he's injured at the moment.
Gavi, Pedri.
Yeah, Gavi, these are children playing football. Yes, they are not as formidable as. In fact, when you put Gavi and Pedri together, it's just like one of De Jong. Of course, we know what De Jong can do on a normal day. His absence is definitely going to affect the team. Whereas PSG, all their players at the moment are intact. So don't you think PSG may have an edge over Barcelona this week?
I would give it to PSG because of one thing, because of their coach, Luis Enrique. And Luis Enrique is a former Barcelona player, so he knows Barcelona in and out. So he knows what to expect when he comes up against a Barcelona team. And he coached Xavi, and he would have an edge tactically in this one, the tactical battle. He would have an edge. That's not me underrating Xavi Hernandez or whatever he has done at Barcelona, but Luis Enrique would have an advantage. PSG may edge it like 3-2, both legs, 3-2.
All right. Thank you very much, Awel. And to you watching us right now, Awel has just given us his analysis and possible prediction that Arsenal between Arsenal and Bayern Munich is predicting Bayern to actually progress to semi-final. Also predicting PSG to progress to the semi-final as against Barcelona. And lastly, predicted Manchester City to also progress at the expense of Real Madrid. Guys, you have the chance now to predict and win. You know how we do it. Predict the 4 teams we have in the Champions League, the ones that will get to the next round with the possible goal aggregate. Then you stand a chance of winning something from us.
Something big,
something very big.
Bigger than what you saw the last time. It's big, it's huge.
Exactly, from us here. Don't forget the handle is Sporting Vibe on Facebook and the same Sporting Vibe on YouTube. Like the video, share it, and also drop your comment for us to get to know what we think about these Champions League matches. See you next time.